Good morning and welcome to another episode of Harness News Update. I'm your boy Trey Colbeck. It is April 19th edition. Wow, time's really flying by, but you wouldn't know it's almost it's spring as it continues to snow. I'm just looking out my window here. Yeah, it's still snowing here in Winnipeg, just outside of Harness News Update Studios here in beautiful Winnipeg, Manitoba. But, hopefully the weather's a lot better wherever you're watching from. And you're watching here live on harnesslink.com, because harnesslink.com is the only harness racing website truly dedicated to covering news and events in the standardbred industry worldwide. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, retweet, all the wonderful things you can do on social media. And make sure to subscribe to the weekly newsletter, Weekly Insider, on harnesslink.com as well. We're also sponsored by HarnessBid, because HarnessBid is the game changer for the standardbred and harness racing bloodstock industry. It provides buyers and sellers with an easy-to-use online platform that offers global reach, unparalleled transparency, and convenience for you, its customers. Zero commission on any horse sold, so you can purchase with the confidence that you're getting the best value for your buck, while at the same time, sellers, if you're selling, you don't have to worry about those hefty commission fees eating into your profits. For more information and to get started, go to harnessbid.com. And thank you to our friends at the USTA. So on today's show, I'm going to be looking over, going over the last few days of racing over from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. No big preview today. I was debating previewing the Borgata Series final and the Blue Chip Matchmaker. But instead, I think I'm just going to put a little something together maybe on Monday or over the weekend to do that, because we're still a couple days out from that. So no preview today, just recap. And we're going to kick things off right now. We're going to go to Pocono Downs. They had the Bobby Weiss Leg 2 for 3-year-old filly trotters. There was 5 splits on Tuesday. Sorry, just one second. Make sure I'm not missing something here. Yeah, there was 5 splits on Tuesday. Let's kick it off with the first one. Race 4. Here it is.
Three quarters, 126 and 2, 28 and 2, third panel. Now Tove Polima opening up the daylight. She's out to a 3-length advantage. Gone Crazy dropping back. Time of Peace has been saving ground, moves to the outside third. PJ's Dream is inside fourth. Top of the stretch, Tove Polima looking strong here with Andy Miller. The lead is extending with each stride. On the outside, Time of Peace going to cut into the margin just a bit as she goes past Gone Crazy. But Tove Polima going to move to 2 for 2 in the series and do so easily. Tove Polima by 6. Time of Peace was second, Gone Crazy third, and the Wish List came on for fourth.
Yeah, that was 154 and 3 for Tove Polima and Andy Miller. A couple races later, race 6 was the second split. Here's this one.
2, 28-1, third panel. Perfect Angel, desperate to hold on, but Elista Hanover gliding confidently up alongside of her. Green Zone is third, starting to inch back up herself. After that, inside Communion Money, outside Absolutely Hanover. Top of the stretch, and there goes Elista Hanover taking over from Perfect Angel. Perfect Angel not giving way easy there, but Elista Hanover does take the slight lead. Perfect Angel still trying, but Elista Hanover will work her way past and win it by a neck for David Miller. Good effort by Perfect Angel, made it.
Yeah, 154 and 3 for Elista Hanover with David Miller in the bike. A few races later, race 8 was the third split. Here's this one.
Had a breather there in the back, 29 and 3. Bikini Model still seems to be under wraps. Lead 2, Sister Diane is second, hasn't yet advanced on the leader. Then Ms. Titan and Rooftop Party both on the inside. Top of the stretch, Bikini Model trying to finish what she started. She leads now by 2.5. Andy Miller asking for the first time. On the outside, Ms. Titan moving up into second, but not getting near Bikini Model, who stays flat today and rolls to a solid victory. Andy Miller again, Bikini Model by 3 1/4. Ms. Titan was second, then Lake
155 and 1 there for Andy Miller and Bikini Model. Race 10 was the 4th division. Let's pick this one up at the 3-quarter mark.
5 and 3, 126 and 3. Sorry about that. 29 and 2. Kinesiology now takes that lead from Diamante Hanover. Nighttime Dreamers trying to stay with her on the outside, while Lollapalooza looks for room in the pocket. She's getting pushed back a bit. Top of the stretch, there is Kinesiology taking control. Lollapalooza now has the room to move on the inside, but she's still 2 away from Kinesiology. And Kinesiology first over, making it look easy for Todd McCarthy. Kinesiology by 3 3/4. Lollapalooza was second, Photo third, between Tracks of My Tears and Diamante.
That was 154 and 4. I have such trouble saying this word. Kinesiology with Todd McCarthy in the bike for trainer Ron Burke. And the fifth and final one, race 12, was the 5th division. Here's this finish.
3:28 4 third panel. Tactical Lori looking to stave off the charge of Happy Chopper coming up on the outside. Meet Me at the Bar still there after being passed. Further back, Good Faith Hanover fourth. To the top of the stretch, Tactical Lori leading it here by a length as Meet Me at the Bar comes on again on the inside. Outside, Happy Chopper is flattened out. It's still Tactical Lori. Meet Me at the Bar going all out here, but Tactical Lori will fend her off, and Tactical Lori wins her 3rd straight, a little less than a half length. Meet Me at the Bar, good effort there. Second, followed.
Yeah, that was Tactical Lori in 154 and 4. David Miller, that was actually his 2nd of 3 wins. He would end the day with 3. One other driver would have 3 wins on Tuesday at Pocono Downs. That was Simon Allard. He'd win the first race of the day with Kinder Think Twice. He'd also win race 7 with Fight Song in 154 and 3. And then race 9, the highlight here, Chef Rocco in 153 and 2. Mark Atkins trains this this trotter, a 4-year-old gelding by Wallner. Next track we'll look at that had racing just on Tuesday as well so far this week was Saratoga. A couple drivers of note. Billy Dobson gets 5 wins. He picks up his first win in race 3 with Miss Contour in 156 flat. Second win would come race 6 with Truly and 155 flat. Hat trick time in race 8 with Got Beachbody. 157 and 4 was that mile time. He'd actually win 3 in a row. Race 9 with Lady Divine in 157 and 1. And race 10, Unstoppable Hall wire to wire in 154 and 3. And then another driver to, not do too bad on Tuesday at Saratoga was Mark Beckwith. We talk about Brett a lot, but here's Mark. He picks up 3. I loved her first in 156 and 2 in race 7. That's the highlight we're watching here. That was his first one of the day. He'd also win race 11 with Ace 44 money in 156 and 2, and race 13 with Bronze over in 155 and 4. Move on to Oak Grove. Had racing on Tuesday as well. First thing we'll look at is the open trot, 30,000 up for grabs. Field of 8. Let's see here. We'll pick this up at the 3/4 mark and see how it ends.
Fourth, but meanwhile, College Tuition is trying to go all the way after throwing a 27 third quarter at them, has a 3-length advantage. Rayleigh Something closing in from second, but will it be enough? 3 lengths back to You So Sweet, Blue Chip fourth, Swan Flyer the outside fifth. It's still College Tuition by 2. Rayleigh Something is second. College Tuition almost there. College Tuition pays it off today with a win by 3. That Swan Flyer up for second. Rayleigh Something was third in 154 and 3/5 seconds.
Yeah, that was College Tuition in 154 and 3 with John McDonald in the bike, the 6-year-old gelding by Donato Hanover. A few races earlier was the Open 2 trot, 19,000 up for grabs. A big field of 10. Let's see how this one ends.
Outside of that one is Deli Tessel. Then it's another length back to Oh Help Me Baby. Crowded field races past 3/4 in 126 flat. Empire Builder on the inside. Captain Sunny Fox on the outside. And here comes Sparks Fly, who's beginning to fly on the outside from third. Along the inside, Brace for Landing is fourth. They turn for home, and Sparks Fly goes right on by again. Sparks Fly opening up by 3. Empire Builders second. Brace for Landing third. Sparks Fly to win it.
Yeah, big win there by Sparks Fly and 155 flat. Atlee Bender in the bike for trainer Irv Miller. This is a 4-year-old gelding by Bar. Hopping and Atlee Bender, this would actually be his second of 4 wins on the day. He'd also win races 2, 5, and 12. Next track we'll move on to Harrington. They had racing on Tuesday. Harrington Raceway had racing Tuesday and Wednesday. First, we'll look at Tuesday. Fillies and Mares Open Pace, race 6. 22,500 up for grabs. There was a field of 8. Real tight finish, so I won't ruin it for you. Let's see who takes this one home.
They make the way by 3/4, 124 and 4/5. They're on the final turn. Grandeur Sister, Twin Delight getting closer. Majorca right there. 2 back to Oakwood Curl. Western Secret outside, but not gaining toward the rail. That's I Love on Gate, and they're at the top of the stretch. Grandeur Sister, Twin Delight races up alongside. They come off the turn. Twin Delight out in the center track up after the lead. It's Twin Delight. Majorca down the inside. Grandeur Sister fighting hard. They come toward the wire. Down the inside. Oh, close between Majorca and Twin Delight. Can't separate those two in 152 and 4/5.
Yeah, it was 152 and 4. It was Twin Delight at 44-1, and Art Stafford beating out Majerica in 152 right there as well. That was a real tight finish. And Art Stafford, that was actually his first of 3 wins on the day. One driver would do slightly better, and that was Ross Wolfenden. He'd get a grand slam. He got the first win of the day with Yvonne's Lucky Rose. Wins that one by a nose in 158 and 4. He'd also win race 2 with Gold Rush Sealster. Race 7 is this highlight up here. It's 10-1 Gold Star Sven in 153 and 3, and his 4th win would come race 10 with Direct Mist in 156 and 4. On Wednesday at Harrington Raceway Open Trot, race 6 was the feature race. See here how much it was for. 22,500 as well. Field of 7. Kind of a close finish again, so I won't ruin it for you. Let's see how it ends.
Away on the outside up into second. Northern Express back to third. Here comes that old Barstool up into fourth, maybe third soon. 3/4 in 125 and 1 around the final turn. Speedaway on the outside, a short lead. Speedaway. Swan in Motion. That old Barstool into third. Backing away now. Northern Express. They're at the top of the stretch. They turn for home. And from the outside, Speedaway, a short lead. Swan in Motion there. That old Barstool on the outside. They come toward the wire. And the Swan in Motion still there. Off stride went Speedaway. Swan in Motion. That old Barstool. And maybe on the far outside, Certify. That's close in 154 and 4.
Yeah, 154 and 4 for Victor Kirby and Swan in Motion. Winning here, the 7-year-old Swan for All trotter gets the win in the Open Trot. On Wednesday, one driver also got a hat trick at Harrington Raceway, and that was Russell Foster. He got his first win in race 10. Race 10 with Tug River Patrick in 159 flat. He'd also win race 13 with Gotta Habit in 158 and 2. And the highlight up here, race 15 at 5-1. Little Georgie wins at 2 minutes even, giving Russell Foster his hat trick. Go north of the border for a bit here. Western Fair Raceway on Tuesday had the preferred trot, race 5. Let's see, 11,600 up for grabs, field of 8. Let's see how this one ends with a sugar.
126 and 2. Track record, you could be watching it. Johnny Buckshot still leading by 2 full lengths. El Toro Loco offers up the second best chase. in the pocket there, trotting into third. Andy Over. Johnny Buckshot is leading for fourth. He's asking for more. Johnny Buckshot, is he responding enough? We're watching the timer. Johnny Buckshot, he's almost there. Johnny Buckshot wins in 156-3. El Toro Loco second. Andy.
Yeah, 156-3 there for Johnny Buckshot in 156-3. Tyler Borth was in the bike for that win. No, not many drivers would collect too many wins on Tuesday, but on to Wednesday, there was the Fillies and Merit Preferred Pace, race 10 at Western Fair. Field of 6, fighting over the 11,600. Another close, not a bad finish here. Let's see how it ends here Wednesday at Western Fair. Fillies Merit Preferred, yeah, race 10.
Will try to circle up now in behind a wall. Wildcat Delight. The trailer continues to be faded fire after 3 quarters. 127-4. Yet to look this leader in the eye. Major League still going forward here. Major League in the stretch. Exotic Dragon gets some room at the inn. Layla Blue still trying. Major League, and she's almost there. Major League needs the line, and she finds it in time for Team Hensley. Major League in the pink there tonight, 150.
That cut off there, 157-2 for Major League and Ed Hensley in the bike for 11-year-old mare by Gotta Go Cullen with the win. Also on Wednesday, there was a pair of drivers getting hat tricks. The first one was Travis Henry. He got his first win in the first race of the day with Mickey Loeb Ultra. Wins by a neck in 159-3. He'd also win race 3 in 159-2 with Dinner and Dancing, and race 4 here with Maggie Bell in 2 minutes and 1/5. Another driver to get a hat trick would actually win 3 in a row is Colin Kelly. He would win race 6 with Nora in 158 flat. He'd also win race 7. Race 6 is the highlight you're going to see in one moment here. And he'd also win race 7 with Scarlet Dragon, 159-2. And, not 3 in a row. He missed race 8, but he'd be back in the winner's circle race 9 with Just Call Me Pete in 158-2 at 7-1. On to Northfield Park on Tuesday. First race, Aaron Merriman gets 5 wins. He would pick up race 2 to start the day with Thorn Toad in 153 and 4 wins by a neck there. He'd also win race 4 with Starlit Black Dragon in 155-3. Race 9 was hat trick time with Cuz Bert Told Me So. Race 11 and 12 were also Merriman's. Race 11, Sip and a Bite in 156-3. And race 12 here with Watch Your 6 in 157-3. Hunter Myers would also get a hat trick on Tuesday. Race 3 was his first win with PG3 in 154-3 at 4-1. He'd also win race 13 with Disgruntled Carl, and race 15 with Forky. Wins by a neck in that one in 158-4. Billy Davis Jr. also gets a hat trick on Tuesday. His hat trick comes with Apelia in 157 flat in race 16. He'd also win race 14 with One Crazy Guy at 4-1. And his first win came in the 8th race with Fingal's Wave in 158-2. Hunter Myers would actually get a hat trick again on Wednesday. He would at Northfield. He'd pick up his first win with Shady Maple Amber in 201-3 in the second race. His second win would come in race 5 with Mary Jerry in 156-3. And his third and final win would come I Like It in the Dark in 159-4. This is a 4-year-old mare by Long Tom, getting the hat trick there back-to-back days at Northfield Park. Next we'll look at Tuesday at Rosecroft Raceway. The mare's open pace was race 11. 10,000 up for grabs. Field of 10. Let's see how this race ends.
Inside, Honey Love, the outside, Dice, Baby in 124 and 2. Dice, Baby inching nose in front, but Honey Love trying to fight back. Aunt Millie's Martini ready to tip off cover. Grace Rocks needs the passing lane. They come to the top of the stretch. On the outside, Dice, Baby. Off stride went Grace Rocks. The 8 made a break. Dice, Baby, and Jared Moyer about to pull a upset in the open at 15-1. Very tight second, Cindy Joe and Aunt Millie's Mark.
Yeah, big 15-1 upset there. Jared Moyer was in the bike with Dice Baby. Cindy Joe at 7-1 finished second, while at 15-1 at Millie's Martini finished third. The betting favorite, Grace Rocks, broke late and finished last. So tough one there. Also on Tuesday, Jonathan Ali gets the hat trick. He'd win the first race of the day with Moonlight Mickey in 153 and
roll the music.
153 and 2. He'd also win race 6 with Whitesville Mr. Awe in 157 and 1. And race 14, your feature here with St. Lad's Bayou in 153 flat. Eric Foster trains the 5-year-old mare. Thursday at Rosecroft last night, a couple open paces. First, the open 1 pace. First race of the day. 12,000 up for grabs. A field of 7 pacers. Let's see how it ends here.
Early action in 123. Sea of Life is in the pocket third. Nothing But Finesse seems to have plenty of pace here. And Ollie sends him 3 wide off the bank turn. Business Director. Sea of Life in the inside with early action. And Nothing But Finesse on the outside. They turn for the finish mark. It's Business Director. And he is revved up. And he is in gear. And Business Director's going to win it by an open 2.5. Wow, Business Director with a big effort over early action, followed by Nothing But Finesse and Sea of Life in 1.
Yes, sir. 151 and 3, 151 and 1 for Business Director. 4-1 minor upset. Russell Foster was in the bike there for the win. Then race 13 was the open 2, 10,000 up for grabs. 10 horses in this field. Trey Porter wins here with Rocket Mac in 152 and 4. Steve Wetzel trained gelding by Captain Treacherous. But we can still see how it ends. Here it is.
And a half a length, 3 wide, Rocket Mac down to the inside. Transparency may be the looming danger here. Nowhere to go for No Better Joy, and then it is Bodyman Rockin' still within hailing distance. They come to the top of the stretch. Lions Music's got company far outside. Rocket Mac coming on to get the lead. It's Rocket Mac. Transparency up the inside. Rocket Mac and Trey Porter in front. Transparency, Lions.
Yeah, and then Trey Porter, that would actually be his third on the day. He would end with 3. He'd get the hat trick. Jonathan Roberts would also get a hat trick. His first win comes in race 3 with Center of It All in 151 and 4. He'd also win race 5 with Roctavius, wins by a head in there in 154. And then his last win here comes with Lion Surfing in 154 and 1. Another driver to get a hat trick. So 3 drivers got a hat trick last night at Rosecroft. The other one's Tyler Miller. He'd win race 7 with Too Soon in 155 and 2. He'd also win race 9 with Velocity Gator in 154. And race 14 was his hat trick with Sweetheart Deal in 151 and 4. Amanda Blackford trains this gelding by Down by the Seaside. Next track, we'll look at Plain Ridge Park. Had racing Tuesday and Thursday. On Tuesday, 2 drivers were all that could get multiple wins. The first one was Kevin Switzer Jr. He'd win race 2 to kick things off with Warwie Yale in 152 and 1. Minor 2-1 upset, I guess, while the favorite Longview Lad finished third. Switzer would also win race 6 with the Mark Eaton train Seaside Tina, 4-year-old mare down by the Seaside. They paced that mile in 1:51 and 3. Brett Beckwith would get 2 wins at Plain Ridge. His first win comes in race 5 with the 4-year-old Santa Fe Beach Boy mare. That's a huge beach in 1:54 and 4. He'd also win race 10 Beckwith with Side Piece, the Alberta bred. He was talking about this horse when we talked to him last week. Side Piece, the BC bred, raced a lot in Alberta by Shadow Play. Gets the win there in 1:50 and 2. On to Thursday at Plain Ridge. 5 drivers picked up 2 wins. That's all it seemed anyone could do. The first one, again, Kevin Switzer Jr. gets 2. He'd win the first race of the day with Polo Bar in 1:59. My sound's been off the last few days. Polo Bar in 1:59 flat. He'd also win race 8 at 6-1 with Perfect Titan. This is the highlight up there. They would go 1:56 and 4. This is a 5-year-old gelding by E.L. Titan. James Hardy would also get 2. He would win his first race in race 3 with Tabasco. 9-year-old gelding here in 1:57 and 4.
Fourth.
He would win this one. He would also win race 4 with Passkey at 18-1 and 1:56 and 4. Nicholas Graffam would win 2 races here as well, with race 2 as his first one, top rank at 5-1 and 1:57 and 2. That's the highlight we're going to see here. Race 6 would be his second win with Enola in 1:57 and 4. Brett Beckwith would add 2 more on Thursday at Plain Ridge. Race 7 was his first one with Snowpiercer in 1:54 and 1. Jackie Green trains this 4-year-old by Muscle Mass. Beckwith's second win would come race 10 with Kill a Dragon. Another BC Alberta bred combo here, getting the win. Jackie Green trains this one as well. They go 1:52 flat. And then the last driver to pick up 2 wins yesterday at Plain Ridge was Matthew Athard. He gets his first win in race 9 with Yokanta Party Man in 1:54 and 4. 63-1. Let's watch the clip. 63-1. Big upset to kick things off. He would get another win in a couple races later with Royally Raised in 1:56 and 2. That was the heavy favorite in that one, so nothing as shocking. But 63-1 here in race 9. Rainy day in Plain Ridge. Plain Ridge Park. Next track we'll look at is Monticello. Had racing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We're going to start getting into tracks. Had a racing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. On Tuesday at Monticello, 2 races we'll look at here. The first one, race 4, the Iwi Pace third leg, 6,400 up for grabs. Real close finish. Let's see how it ends. We'll pick it up at the 3/4 mark.
Third panel. Midway around the final turn, it's still Barnabas, a game and determine. This is how we do it, refusing right there. These 2 are eyeball to eyeball. Then right there behind the speed is the favorite Sports Keeper. They're in the stretch for the finish. What a finish we're going to have here. 4 horses across the racetrack. This is how we do it. Far outside, here comes Bob Shaverdini. And on the inside, Sports Keeper down to the line. Here's the finish by Sports Keeper, and on the far outside knocks the Fox in.
Yeah, big win there by Sports Keeper at 1:58 and 2. The other race we'll look at Tuesday at Monticello was the Open Pace, 7,200 up for grabs. Field of 6 here, top pacers. Trevor's Ace wins handily in 1:55 and 2, but let's see how he does it.
6 and 3 at 29, third panel. Swinging around the final turn, and Adam Moykins Trevor's Ace pulls away by 4 and looking for more. On the inside, C.R. Dudley now comes on to take second, but they're at the top of the stretch, and Trevor's Ace looks like he's going to take the open class here today. And this is all Trevor Zace, and a very confident Adam Watkins is going to stroll on home. KG Unreal gets up for second over BBT. Time for the mile for Trevor Zace.
And then we'll move on to Wednesday at Monticello. First things we'll look at is the North American Amateur Driving Association. There was 2 races. Race 1 was the first one. Let's see how this one goes.
131 and 430 flat third Quinn moving around the final turn. On the inside, everyone's talking. On the outside, Brutal Storm second. Pocket Trip, Reel 'em in third, followed by Jump Shot and Judge Ken. They're at the top of the lane here in the opener. And it's still everyone's talking, still in front. Brutal Storm still chasing on the outside. At the inside comes Reel 'em in. Lee, you're home free. Everyone's talking, pulls off a 12-1 upset. Brutal Storm was second, followed by Reel 'em in third.
Yeah, big. Everyone's talking 12-1 upset in 201 and 3. Rob Harmon trains this 13-year-old gelding of Bonado Hanover. A couple of races later, race 3 was the next one. Muscle Dan wins in 159 and 3. Tony Cufiltelli in the bike. He trains this horse as well. Let's see how this race ends.
Clocked in 129 and 2, 30 and 2 panel. Midway around the final turn, it's still Muscle Dan holding on to that lead right there. Just a passenger pops out of the 2-hole. Race Ace on the inside is now third, and they're at the top of the stretch here. On top, it is still Muscle Dan. Outside, just a passenger. Race Ace down on the inside. Tony Cufiltelli tries to wire the field here, and he has done it. Just a Passenger will finish second, with Race Ace and Swan Factor finishing fourth.
Yeah, we'll move on to the Open Trot, race 5. Last thing we'll look at from Wednesday here at Monticello. The Open Trot, 7,200 up for grabs. Field of 8. You know what? Well, let's see how it ends. We'll just go with that, and I'll tell you about it after. Here it is.
30 and 430 flat panel, swinging around the final turn, and it's still Greg and Conce's Victory in front. On the outside, Emmett-Town Bud continues to gain steadily on the leader. Then on the inside comes Patrick Hanover third, and they're at the top of the lane. They turn for home. Conce's Victory outside, Emmett-Town Bud. Emmett-Town Bud closing in on Conce's Victory, and here comes Emma, and Emmett-Town Bud takes the feature again. Conce's Victory was second. Time for the mile, 1:50.
Sorry, it keeps cutting out there. Yeah, 1:59 and 2 was the time for Emmett-Town Bud. Pierre Beauvais in the bike. He trains this gelding as well. Conce's Victory finished second, and Win and Dream finished third. The betting favorite, Secret or Not, broke early and finished 8th. We'll move on now to Thursday at Monticello. There was no opens or big feature races really to speak of, but 2 drivers picked up 2 wins on the 7-card day. The first one is McGuire Sowers. He would win the first race of the day, race 1, with Rock's Fantasy in 159 and 3. He'd also win race 3 with Hard Workin' Man in 159 flat. This is a 7-year-old gelding by Heston's Blue Chip. It always seems to be muddy here in the East Coast and these New York, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania tracks. It always seems to be muddy. I guess I could say the same thing about Fraser Downs. But anyway, Michael Mert would also get 2. He'd pick up his first one with Barley a Sin. Barely a sin in 157 and 3. My eyes are shot today. In 157 and 3. He'd also win race 5 with Carolina Magic at 159 and 1. Another track that had racing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday was Miami Valley. On Tuesday, there was 2 eliminations for the James Hackett Memorial for 3-year-old filly Pacers. Top 4 move on, with the fastest 5th place. So each one has only 5 horses in it. So there's only one horse, I guess, get knocked out from the sounds of it there. Because if it says top 4 finishers and fastest 5th advance. Yeah. So let's see here. Here's the first race of the day. Race 1. Let's see how it ends.
Me third, Majestic Seas fourth, and 2 to the trailer Miss Betty, 125 and 1. 28 flat backside. Seaside Diva. So led every step, Daisy Star. It's had the trip. She'll try to gear up and find passing gear as they come to the top of the stretch. Majestic Seas moves up, takes a spot away. She's now third as they drive for the wire. Seaside Diva off the soft tempo. She is just digging in, sprinting home. An easy 1-9 winner. Seaside Diva from Daisy Star, Majestic Seas, and Miss Betty, 152 and 4.
Yeah, big 152 and 4 there for Seaside Diva. Chris Page was in the bike for trainer Ron Burke. That would actually be the first of 5 wins for Chris Page in the sulky on Tuesday. So Seaside Diva was first, Daisy Star was second, Majestic Seas was third, Miss Betty was fourth. Now Queen Bee and Me sitting there in fifth, paced the mile in 155 and 1. So let's see here the second split to see who moves on.
Cords 125, 27 and 3 backside. It's no fool in April. Short lead. Outside challenging. Plugs her out on Heart of the Sea. 3 wide off the turn. Beautiful lather. Inside, I'm a beach lady looking for racing room. The end of the wire, no fool in April. Heart of the Sea trying to get to her on the outside. Beautiful lather digging in late as they drive for the wire. No fool in April will win it. Beautiful lather. I'm a beach lady and Heart of the Sea, 153.
Yeah, actually, I misread it. There was actually 6 horses in that second elimination. So there's 2 horses that will get bounced potentially. So the 5th place in the first split was Queen Bee and Me in 155 and 1. 5th place in this split, Bubble Trouble, 153 and 3. So sounds like she'll move on with the top 4. No Fool in April, who won this in 153 flat with Brett Miller. Beautiful Lather finished second. I'm a Beach Lady third, and Heart of the Sea was fourth. So we'll keep an eye on the James Hackett because we're going to continue on to Wednesday, and the next division is up. Here it is. Only one elimination for this one. Field of 7, 20,000 here. Let's see how it ends for the 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters.
Seven. 29 and 1 backside. Royal Precedent with the lead. Tennessee Tom. Closing in on the outside as they come to the top of the stretch. He passes now third. Do What's Right in between horses along the inside. Flash of Fame. Watakon 3 wide through the stretch. Tennessee Tom takes a short lead from Royal Precedent. He passes clear and driving and trying to close in. It's Tennessee Tom, a hand-driven winner. Over Royal Precedent, E-Pass and Flash of Fame, 155 and 4.
Yeah, Tennessee Tom wins that one, a Ron Burke trained trotter. Also on Wednesday, Jeremy Smith would get a Grand Slam. He'd get his first win in race 3 with Vel Charlie in 152 and 3. Get his second win, race 8. EA Buttermilk Bill in 152 and 2. Race 10 was hat-trick time with SM Andrew in 153 and 1. And Grand Slam here, race 13, 15 to 1 upset. Hallbro wins by a neck there in 152 and 3. 13-year-old gelding by Blissful Hall. On to Thursday. Now we had 2 eliminations yesterday for the final division here for the James Hackett Memorial eliminations. Just pull it up real quick. Race 2 was the first one. Field of 8. And this one again, top 4 make it with the fastest 5th place finisher. This is the 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers. So big field of 8. Let's watch how the first split ends.
Quarters at 122 and 2, 28 and 1 backside. It's on the outside. Dragons are fearless with a short lead. Seaside Delight trying to fend him off. Rose Ronzanis 3 wide. Midwind Beach Boy. Hill Flip 4 high off the turn. They're into the stretch. Dragons are fearless. In between horses on the outside, Rose Run Zane takes over. Rose Run Zane will draw clear to win the first elimination of the James K. Hackett Memorial. Rose Run Zane, tight photo for place between Seaside Delight and Dragons Are Fearless.
Yeah, so Rose Run Zane wins in 151 flat with Austin Hanners in the bike. Dragons Are Fearless finished second. Seaside Delight was third. And Minwin Beach Boy was fourth. Fifth place, No Jokes, folks, finished in 152 flat. So race 8 was the second elimination. Again, field of 9 in this one. Top 4 guaranteed a spot. Fifth place needs to beat 152 flat. Was that what it was? Is that what I just said? Yeah. Fifth place in this one needs to beat 152 flat. Top 4 get guaranteed spot. Let's see how race 8, the second elimination, pans out.
Seaside Escape on the outside, fourth, 123 and 127 flat backside. Janelle Granny has a lead a length. Riding the Seaside, trying to fend him off. Attention span, another 2 back third. Looking for racing room, Fear the Image from fourth into the stretch. Janelle Granny still with the lead on the outside. Riding the Seaside, fighting game lead to the inside as they drive for the wire. Janelle Granny to win it from Riding the Seaside. Fear the Image, and I believe down by the dance club was.
Yeah, tight finish there, but Janelle Granny gets the win in 151 with Brett Miller in the bike. Riding the Seaside was second. Fear the Image was third. Down by the Dance Club, fourth. Attention Span was fifth. And he finished the mile in 151 and 4, beating out the other fifth place finisher by 1/5 of a second. So we'll make sure we keep it all locked in for the remainders of all the stake races, but especially here, the James Hackett Memorial. Brett Miller, like I said, got the win here with Janelle Granny. He would actually, that would be his second. He wins race 8. And then he would also win race 9, the open pace, which is going to show you next here with Red Right Hand. Wins by a nose in 150 and 3. Real tight finish here. We'll watch how it ends. But Brett Miller would also win races 13 and 14. He get the Grand Slam, but here is his second win in the open pace.
26 and 4 backside. Act Fast with the lead, 3 parts of a length. Art Attack trying to grind him down to the outside. Red Right Hand will need racing room to the inside. Don't Bother Me None is going a huge trip. He's 3 wide off the turn. Act Fast. Art Attack is coming on and coming at him up the inside. Red Right Hand with a straight shot. Don't Bother Me None. Stars Align. They're all closing to the wire. Photo for win. Red Right Hand and Art Attack in a picture, 150 and 3.
Yeah, like I said, it was Red Right Hand beating out Iraq Attack in that one. Jeremy Smith would also get a Grand Slam yesterday at Miami Valley. His first one would come in race 1. He'd win the first race with Creekside Johnny. Then he would win 3 in a row, starting in race 10. Ron's Eom in 150 and 3. Race 11 here, a 5-1 Pacer Racer wins in 152 and 1. And then race 12, Colfard by the Sea in 151 and 2. Yonkers Raceway up next we'll look at. Had racing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. On Tuesday, a pair of drivers get hat tricks. First one, Matt Kakali, wins the first 2 races of the day. First one with Okinawa Beach in 154 and 1. Jared Bacco trained mare. Then he would win race 2 with Leighton Hanover in 152 and 4. Travis Alexander trains that. Captain Trencher's gelding. If you had the $1 Makakali Daily Double, 1910 is your payback. And then you'd also get his hat trick race 7 with Midnight Thunder in 152 and 1. Jason Bartlett also got a hat trick. His first win comes with Princess Arona in race 3 in 154 and 1. Race 6 was his second win with Chimichurri in 152 and 2. Tongue twisters today. And then race 8 would be Renaissance Deo at 26-1 in 154 and 2. A Shane Triton trained gelding here gets the win. On Wednesday at Yonkers, some feature races here. We'll look at the John Brennan Trotting Series. Leg 2, there was 3 splits. Each go for $25,000. The first split's race 2, Let's see the back half of
Infinity
this one.
Stone and Diamante Trio single file as they make their way around the clubhouse turn the second and final time. Seacan has led from the quarter pole. It's Seacan. Emmanuel KS tracks in the pocket. Length and a half back to Lava Field. First up, here comes Kakeli and Ferretti trying to catch the covers Infinity Stone. And behind them is Diamante Trio, 7 lengths from front to back, 127 and 2 for 3/4. Seacan's going to try and seal the deal here. Emmanuel KS has been in the pocket most of the way. Ferretti with a first over, ferocious bid after Seacan. Seacan trying to hold off Ferretti. Emmanuel KS in the pocket, off the turn. Seacan's almost home. Emmanuel KS to his inside. Ferretti, Emmanuel KS, a big threat to Seacan, but Seacan reemerges with the lead, and Seacan wins by 3/4 of a length over Emmanuel KS. Then Ferretti in Lava Field. Final time for the mile, 155 and 4.
Yeah, 155 and 4 for Seacan with Yannick Gingras in the bike. Ron Burke trained gelding by Muscle Mass. The second division was just the next race. Real tight finish here. Kind of a minor upset, too. Let's see how it goes.
For Resolve to Win, who's had things pretty much his own way from the start. Los Baliquil tracks in second. City of Hope, Kakeli takes him first up. Following that move is Coventry Hall. Excess cover currently for Optrix. Then Black Tie Bash and Brent Holland trying to get Wickenburg motivated, but he's not doing much trotting. At the tail of the field, Resolve to Win keeps on going on the front end, 3/4 and 127 and 2. Half length away on the outside, City of Hope 3 wide. Here comes Coventry Hall and Bartlett at the cones. Los Baliquil. Optrix trying to follow Coventry Hall, who's making a big bid brush to the lead. Far outside, keep an eye on Coventry Hall, who just got to the top. Resolve to Win, not going down without a fight. Resolve to Win battles back. Coventry Hall outside. Resolve to Win. Coventry Hall, Resolve to Win. Did just that. Would not be denied. Then Coventry Hall and Optrix. Final time for the mile, 157.
Yeah, 157 there. Resolve to Win, and Tyler Buter wins at 6-1. Jeff Cullifer trains. Coventry Hall was at 7-1. Jason Bartlett was in the bike, and Optrix, the favorite, fell to third. Race 6 was the third and final split here. Yannick Gingras and Ron Burke win another one, this time with Warwi Yang in 156 and 3. They were the pretty heavy favorites in this one. But let's check out how it finishes.
Yang. Fourth is Stronger with Lindy. He's now 8 or 9 from the front. 2 more to Crystal Trio, and then Creative Venture. They're strung out a little bit bigger now. It's 12 lengths from front to back. Warwi Yang going to 3/4, an easy length and a half lead. Mohatu AS and Zeron trying to keep up in second. Deadline Hall and Buter come first up through 3/4 and 127 and 4. They're on the final turn. Warwi Yang. Deadline Hall creeps a little closer. Mohatu AS stays in the pocket. Then Stronger with Lindy, Crystal Trio, and Creative Venture. Off the turn and into the stretch. Warwi Yang trying to finish the job. Gingras hasn't moved yet. Mohatu AS inside. Deadline Hall outside. Coming down to the line. Warwi Yang, never an anxious moment. Won it by a length and a half in the end. Mohatu AS second over Deadline Hall. Final time for the mile, 156 and 3.
And the last thing we'll look at from Wednesday at Yonkers is the 3 to 6-year-old open pace. 32,000 up for grabs, a field of 8. Let's check it out here at the 3/4 mark. Kind of a close finish here. So let's see who takes it.
Begins to stall just a bit. In the offing in the pocket is Adam 12. He's crying out for some room. Off the turn and into the stretch. Take a Gamble trying to see it through. Adam 12 is only danger. Take a Gamble's almost home. Here's Adam 12 out of the pocket. Take a Gamble. Adam 12. Take a Gamble. Adam 12. Take a Gamble held. Adam 12 took a last lunge at him but couldn't get there. Final time for the mile. A pretty quick 152.
Yeah, sorry, 152 and 2 was the mile time. Scott Zeron was in the bike with Take a Gamble, just holding off Adam 12 there. On to Thursday at Yonkers. Last night, couple invitational trots, an amateur race, and one driver gets a grand slam. But we'll kick off with the invitational trot, race 2, 35,000, a field of 5. Let's not a huge field, but a decent race. Goes in 155 and 4. Hill Exotic wins with Yannick Gingras and Ron Burke trains this one. So let's see how it ends.
In 126 and 2. Far turn, final time. Hill Exotic the inside. Racing for the Challenger Credicon, who's still coming on the outside. Locked in the box third, I Get It. Second over with cover, Tech Song Soprano. Ready to swing wide for the drive as they come to the top of the stretch. Hill Exotic. Hill Exotic cuts the corner and maintains the lead here. Credicon from between horses trying to battle on. Tech Song Soprano far outside late. I Get It up the inside, but Hill Exotic is close to home, and it is Hill Exotic. Battle for second, it goes to Credicon. Then it got tight for third. Tech Song Soprano or I.
Yeah, that was the invitational trot. Now the Fillies and Mares Invitational, 35,000, a field of 8 in this one, a bigger field. PL Not So Nice has a decent win here at 5-1 with Scott Zero on the bike. 34-1, I'm a Diamond Bay finished second. 7-1, Perfect Vixen was third. The favorite, Tipsy Money, finished 8th after breaking right at the gate. But let's see how it ends.
To it and off for the cones. Here's PL Not So Nice from between horses splitting late. 3/4 126 and 1, and it is PL Not So Nice off of that pocket trip who comes calling for the lead now. No Moss Drama looks to battle on. I'm a Diamond Babe, but moves into it now from the outside as they come towards the top of the stretch. A spin for home. PL Not So Nice with a 3-length lead. I'm a Diamond Babe is up in the second. A Perfect Vixen down the center late, but it is PL Not So Nice running up the score late, the 4-length winner. I'm a Diamond Babe was a second.
And then the next thing we'll look at here was an amateur race, race 6. Let's check out how this one ends.
Leads the way. It's one of those from the pocket, starting to hunt for racing room, it would appear. Lionhead trying to do it first up here, next to the inside Skyway Professor. Here comes, it's one of those out of the pocket, looking to come after Bully Boy. Bully Boy in front, but to the outside. It's one of those, is traveling sweetly here for Alan Schwartz and goes right by. It's one of those to the front. Bully Boy looks to battle on. Skyway Professor looking to take second late in the game, but it's one of those, an easy win by 3.5. Skyway Professor checks in a second. Then it was Bully Boy close for fourth.
Yeah, it was 159 and 4 for It's One of Those. Alan Schwartz was in the bike. He trains this trotter as well. The last thing we'll look at last night at Yonkers, Matt Kakali gets a grand slam. He wins the first race of the day with Ben Hope Rules in 152 and 3. He also win race 4 with Top Me Off at 6-1 in 156 and 2. Race 5, Pat Stanley was the favorite, and Kakali steers him to a 151 and 1 victory. And race 8, the highlight you just saw there, take a closer look in 155 flat. We'll look at Buffalo Raceway. They just had racing on Wednesday. 3 drivers picked up 2 wins. The first one we'll look at is Jim Morrell Jr. He wins the first 2 races of the day. Race 1 with Bet on Blake in 156 and 4. Race 2, he'd win with Play to the Crowd in 157 and 1. The $2 daily double here, the 2 pair here was $12.20. So not too bad for the 2 favorites winning. Billy Davis Jr. would go to win the next 2 races. Race 3 with Sapphire Love Chip in 157 and 3. A 7-year-old mare by Hypnotic Blue Chip. Then goes to win race 4 with Justine in 157 flat. This is a 5-year-old mare by Huntsville. No daily double there for those 2, but, still pretty good back-to-back wins. Geez, the Superfecta in this one paid $605 because a 33-1 Treasure Those Chips finished second. So not too bad payout there. And then Drew Monty would win 2 in race 5. He wins with Arco in 157 and 2. This is a Maria Rice trained mare by Shadow Play. And then Monty would also win race 7 with She Could Be Good in 155 and 2. Candace Brandstratter trains this 11-year-old mare by Well Said. Next, we'll look at Hoosier Park racing on Wednesday and Thursday. On Wednesday, 3 drivers picked up 2 wins. The first we'll look at is Mike Peterson. He gets his first win with Lindy's Navigator in 159.3 in race 2. He would follow that up with a second win in race 12, way farther in the card, with a Blue Million in 155.1. This is a 3-year-old gelding by Swan in a Million. Leander Schwartz trains. Jordan Ross would also get 2 wins. He'd get his first in race 5 with the 3-year-old Luck Be With You product Celtic Tiger in 154.3 at 6-1. But guess what? He outdoes himself there. 25-1 in race 6 with Ponda Aesthetic in 156 flat. Mike Hollenbach trains this mare, filly, 3-year-old filly by Skyway Torpedo. No winning ticket, too. So this was the last of a pick 4. No winning ticket on that. Interesting there. And then the next driver to win, too, is John DeLong. He would win races 7 and 8. Race 7 with Wasting No Time in 157 flat. Dover Dan gelding. And then would win race 8 with Tell's Superstar. Tell It Like It Is, 3-year-old in 156. This gelding is trained by Peter Redder. Next up, we'll go to Thursday at Hoosier Park. A couple finals we'll look at first. Race 8. Oh, the clip's still going here, but I'll set you up. Race 8 was the Miss Windfall. 20,000 up for grabs. Fillies and Mares non-winners of 1 parimutuel race kind of thing here, or with also 20,000. Let's see how it ends. We'll pick this one up down the stretch here and see who wins the Miss Windfall final.
$28 1/3 quarter. Odds on free roll is still there. 7 it is. Brooklets Like It Is on the outside. Straight Escape. Trying to find some room at the inside is Tells Bells to come on. Odds on free roll. 7 it is. Also a late surge from JN Pretty Damsel. On the outside is Grand Circuit coming on. 7 it is. Odds on free roll. 7 it is. Just got there to win. Odds on free roll was second. Grand Circuit. JN Pretty Damsel in 153.
Yeah, 7 it is. Comes out late with Johnny Long in the bike. Jay Hosteller trains this 4-year-old mare by Luck Be With You, getting the win there. Odds on free roll just finished second, as you saw. Race 14 was the $20,000 Kenneth Stoller Memorial for Fillies and Mares non-winners of 2 condition here. Let's see. A little bit of an upset here at 8-1, staying with Emily, and Brandon Bates wins. Northern Lucky Girl at 7-1 finishes second, while Real Deal Lindy, the favorite, finished third. But let's see this stretch drive.
$124. How much in front? Staying with Emily. And on the outside, Real Deal Lindy. Next is Cruiser's Foxy Judy. To the inside, Northern Lucky Girl. Still, how much? Real Deal Lindy, staying with Emily. Northern Lucky Girl to the inside, needs room and now gets it. Trying to close down the far outside is Full of It coming on late. Staying with Emily, Northern Lucky Girl. Staying with Emily, Northern Lucky Girl. Staying with Emily wins. Northern Lucky Girl was second. Then Real Deal Lindy, how much? And Full of It, 152.
Yeah, sorry, 152 if I did say that before. Ron Burke trade staying with Emily. Also, last night at Hoosier Park, a couple drivers with multiple wins. Atlee Bender gets a hat trick. His first win comes in race 2 with Beautiful in 153-1. Then he would also win race 7 with Plays in the Shade in 154-3. And race 11 here is your clip. Chevron's Bypass in 153-4. Marvin Luna would get a grand slam last night. His first win comes in race 4 with Sweet Allie Lou. 153-3 for that 6-year-old mare by Sweet Lou. Luna would also win race 6 with Tell It Like I See It and 153-2. That's a Tell It Like It Is, obviously. Race 9 would be hat trick time for Luna with Caballo 6, a 6-pack product in 156 flat. And then Grand Slam time, race 12 at 5-1. Copper Teen wins by a neck here in 150 and 3. Next track we'll look at is the Meadows, racing on Wednesday and Thursday. Up first on Wednesday, 2 drivers had hat tricks. The first one here at Monticello is Ronnie Wren. Sorry, Meadows. Did I say Meadows? I meant the Meadows. I don't know what I said the first time. But still, the hat trick here by Ronnie Wren Jr. He wins the first race of the day with Crystal Swish Party. And then race 3 here at 12-1, Sea Storm. Both of these were trained by Lester Mullet. And then he would also win race 4, a Brandon Presto train, Kathy Hanover in 152 and 4. Dave Pallone would also get a hat trick. He'd win 3 in a row starting race 8. Musa La Rouge in 153 and 2 in race 8. He'd win race 9 with You Had Me at Hello in 150 flat, or 155 flat, sorry, and race 10 here with the Scott Betts train, Be My Rose in 151 and 2. This is an 8-year-old mare by American Ideal, closing it out with a 27 and 3 closing quarter. No other horse in this field had a sub 28 last quarter, so that's a pretty big win there. On to Thursday at the Meadows. We'll kick things off with a little bit of stake action here. The Margaret Provost Memorial second leg, 2 splits, races 1 and 2. This is a leg for 3-year-old fillies, non-winners of 3 or 30,000 lifetime. The first one's a field of 5, 12,500 up for grabs. Let's see how it ends.
3 quarters and 128 and 3. Whiskeyed My Way continues to close on the outside, takes over second. That's about a length and a half to make up. It's Skyline Seashell with the lead as they reach the top of the stretch and turn for home. Skyline Seashell confidently driven into the stretch. It's Whiskeyed My Way second, racing up on the outside. ABC Let Me Be with Ans Frankel on the inside, but cruising through the stretch. This one is all Skyline Seashell to get that first win of the year. Whiskeyed My Way second and 157 and 2. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2.
Yeah, so Skyline Seashell wins this one with Mike Wilder in the bike. The second split comes the next race. Lexi B, sorry. I don't know where I got the bell from. With the Ronnie Wren Jr., a Ron Burke train, wins this one in 156 and 2, but let's see how she does it.
For Daylight's Daughter with a big move up on the outside, a challenge for the front. That's Daylight's Daughter now taking the lead from Lexi B. Racing third is Chow Time. Fourth is Faith Step, top of the stretch. They turn for home. Lexi B is going to fight back. Daylight's Daughter on the outside between horses. Chow Time third through the stretch. Lexi B reclaims the lead. Chow Time closing between horses. It's Lexi B in front. Mile 156 and 2.
Yeah, then also yesterday at the Meadows, Dave Pallone gets another hat trick. Did he actually, or is this a typo? He'd win the same 3 races back-to-back days. Kick things off in race 8, 17-1. Sue Lamont in 156 and 3. He'd also win race 9 with Mon Amour in 154 and 1. And race 10 with Staying with the Wind in 154 and 2. Back-to-back days winning races 8, 9, and 10. That's kind of wild. I don't think that happens too much. Now, the last few tracks are tracks that only had racing yesterday over the last few days. We'll kick things off with Harris, Philadelphia. One driver gets a Grand Slam, and that's Tim Tetrick. Wins race 1 with Beth Dutton in 154 and 2. He'd also win race 2 with Beer Cheese in 154 and 3. Race 3 with Supernova Hanover. Wins by a neck in that one in 157. And here's race 9. His 4th win with Crystal Fashion in 154 and 1. This is a 9-year-old gelding by Cam Tab Hall. And that's the last American track we'll look at. 3 straight Canadian tracks to end up the show here. Woodbine, Mohawk Park, the Ontario Sire Spring Series pace for Ontario Sire 3-year-old fillies. Pacers here first, non-winners of 30,000 lifetime. Big field of, well, supposed to be a field of 9, but there was 3 scratches. We'll pick this one up at the half-mile station and see who wins. Again, this is the 3-year-old filly pace
Side is joined outside and now overtaken as always. Catch goes by in 57 and 2. Back into third is Lebec Fan. Beth is fourth inside. 2 lengths back into fifth is Peeler, trailing 6. Think ahead as they move around the final turn. Always a catch on a lead of a length. Right there, second right match. Lebec Fan is third. In at the rail, then fourth is Beth. Fifth, pop to the outside is Peeler. Little to offer though. Trailer sixth on the move comes Think Ahead, 3/4. In a dazzling 124 and 3. That was a 27 and 1/3 quarter. Always a catch into the stretch. Joined on the outside by Right Match, who got cover through the middle stages of the mile, and Right Match on the outside trying to come on by. Always a catch at the rail. Right Match on the outside. Always a catch. Right Match gets the upper hand late, and it's Right Match, the 1-2 favorite to get it done. Right Match in front, won it by a quarter of a length. Second was Always a Catch in.
It was 153 flat there for Right Match. A couple of races later, it was the Ontario Sire Spring Series for 3-year-old filly Trotters. Field of 7, 18,000 up for grabs in this one as well. Let's see how this one goes.
It's 56 and 4 that first half. To the far turn they go, chasing All Out Maryland, who leads just over a length. Second at the inside, trots along Billie Jean Queen. Back out and driving third comes Resolute Lady, who's going to put pressure on the leader as they move around the final turn. All Out Maryland is with that lead, but here comes Resolute Lady now. Resolute Lady alongside. All Out Maryland at the inside, finessed along to the top of the stretch. 3/4 in 126 and 3. All Out Maryland still there with the lead. Pressure came from Resolute Lady. Pocket sitting third is Billie Jean Queen. Here off cover in the backfield comes Kinder Hot Blood. All Out Maryland with the lead. From the pocket spot, Billie Jean Queen. Far outside comes Kinder Hot Blood. Setting sail late. Kinder Hot Blood comes on. And it's Kinder Hot Blood on the outside, reaching up to win. Second, Billie Jean Queen. Finishing third was All Out Maryland. Last to fourth for Holly in the Clouds in 1.
It was 155 and 1 there for Kinder Hot Blood and James McDonald. We'll go to Flamborough Downs. Three drivers picked up 2 wins last night. The first one we'll look at is Travis Cullen. He gets his first win in race 2 with perfect time in 158 and 2, a 3-1 minor upset there. Race 10 was his second win with Trident Sealster in 157 and 4. Travis Henry would also get 2 wins. All-Star Playboy in race 4 in 2 minutes and 2/5. Race 9, Henry gets his second win with Sea Liard in a 155 and 4, an 8-year-old gelding by Custard the Dragon. And then the last driver to get 2 wins last night at Flamborough was Samuel Filion. He wins race 5 with Smooth Lou in 154 and 3. And he'd also win race 8 with Final Dream at 4-1. Wins this one by a neck. Here's the highlight. Final Dream in 2 minutes and 1 beats out Royal Leaf. Really close there, Leaf. That's the closest the Leaf is going to get a win anytime soon. But a little hockey joke there. As we wrap up Flamborough Downs. Last and certainly not least, Fraser Downs. And make sure if you want to see my picks for them tonight, I have picks for my racing tonight at Fraser Downs up on harnesslink.com. It's also, the link is in the description. I have Fraser Downs and Century Downs in a Friday double feature. But the one race here we'll look at is the Fillies American Preferred from last night. Race 7, my bad. Let me just give me 1 second. Race 7, 10,000 up for grabs, field of 6. Let's see how it goes.
In 126 and 3, 29, third quarter. Midway on the final turn, and it is In High Cotton still leading Gracie. Length and a half back on the inside now. Hottie on the horizon. Pirate Booty trying to close late off the turn into the stretch. In High Cotton comes home with a length lead, but Gracie is tipped out, trying to give her a go as they hit the wire. It will be In High Cotton to win it. Gracie second, tight for third. Hottie on the horizon or Pirate Booty.
Yeah, and that's was In High Cotton with Kelly Hort, the Kelly Hort trained mare. gets the win in 155-2. And again, if you want to see my picks for that, link is in the description, or visit harnesslink.com and check out the Harness News Update tab. My double feature for Century Downs and Fraser today. Hopefully I have some Woodbine Mohawk Park on Saturday, Rideau on Sunday, and then Monday, the big day at Yonkers, is everything I'll cover this weekend, and then we'll reevaluate what goes on next weekend. But thank you for joining me. That's everything I have for you today. We're here live on our presenting sponsor, harnesslink.com, because harnesslink.com is the only harness racing website truly dedicated to covering news and events in the standardbred industry worldwide. Canada, U.S., I was almost going to say Mexico, Canada, U.S., Australia, New Zealand, Europe. We have contributors from all over there. Make sure you check it out. John Barry's been continuing his main attraction column. Steve Wolf's got his ear to the ground as well. Kim Rinker posted first crop for some prominent stallions are coming up right now. My boy Ace, Nicholas Garnsdale's always got stuff going on. His Garnett Barnsdale, Go Cash Kings got some picks up there. I got my picks up there, and all the wonderful news from Australia, New Zealand as well, and Europe. So check that out. We're sponsored by Harness Bid as well, because just like this show, it's a game changer. 0% commission, so don't have to worry about that nonsense. Check out harnessbid.com for more information and to get started. And thank you to our friends at the USTA. Without them, none of this would be possible. I'll be back on Tuesday for that show to recap all the action from the weekend, but make sure you check out Harness News Update, picks and analysis over the weekend. You know what? Have a great weekend if you're a hockey fan. NHL playoffs are going to kick off this weekend. NBA playoffs kick off this weekend as well, and hopefully the Jays can get another series win. That's what I'm looking forward to. Have a great weekend. See ya on Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Before I did my series and what's going to happen and all that kind of stuff, 2024, it is over. I have taken the Leafs in 6. I am sick and tired of the disrespect that Toronto's getting. I know that sounds like a reach, but Samsonov has proven that he can play hockey. And given this last 4-game stretch, which was all losses for Toronto, quite honestly, only trying to get off the bat in 7